You know what I hate? The English language. Finally, something everyone can unanimously agree they absolutely hate. Except for you, English teachers, you guys will never shit on the English language. The English language is such a fucking disaster on multiple levels. I hate people who try and make fun of immigrants because they can't speak English. Asshole, if you spoke Spanish your entire life and then learned that words like pumpernickel existed, you would be shitting your fucking pants. There are 4 levels to the shittiness of the English language. The first is punctuation. Since I'm a college student, I'll discuss something I know all high school and college students know is confusing as shit. Does the period come before or after the quotation marks? Seriously, something as simple as a fucking period can be a life or death situation for most students trying to properly cite a source. If done improperly, you could be cited for plagiarism, and if that happens, you could say goodbye to your future because it'll probably pop up on Fox News years later. Albeit, it's an odd situation that probably won't happen, but it's weird nonetheless. Periods are easy enough, and commas really aren't that bad once you understand how they work, but semicolons are a rare issue that makes MIT graduates question whether their horrendous school debt was worth knowing how to make a fucking black hole if they don't know what a semicolon is for. Harvard students look at ellipses like God looks at Hitler after letting the guy who killed Hitler into heaven. Punctuation is a pretty shitty part of the English language, but with maximum effort and dedication, you just might be able to tell when a sentence is a runoff. The next level is grammar and intern spelling. Grammar is a trip for anyone who doesn't learn English as their first language for one major reason. Tense. No, not tense as in the tension between you and your miserable wife after dealing with 2 snotty brat children and a failed marriage. I mean tense as in past, present, and future tense. In other languages, past, present, and future tenses are a lot easier to understand than English ones. For example, I'm going to throw this ball and I threw this ball have 2 completely different words for the same purpose of effect. Another example of this is the horrendous amount of theirs and wheres. Level 3 is pronunciation. God, I fucking hate pronunciation. This is the bane of all of ESL's existence. Too many fucking words are ridiculous to pronounce. Anyone who grew up in the ghetto says axed, but the way to pronounce it is asked. To me, that sounds like I'm sounding out a fucking curse word, but that's white people for you. Buried is pronounced like buried, which is just beyond my fucking comprehension. I mean, how the fuck are we supposed to say curry? There's eaten and ate, who and whom, here as in a position or object being given, and here as in the sense. There's so much shit wrong with the pronunciation system of our language that, yet again, I am not surprised that people learning English who never spoke it have difficulty learning. The 4th and final level is writing. This can be seen as more of an issue at school, but I find it ridiculous that writing whatever someone tells you to write, quote unquote, improves your writing skills. The reality is that nobody gets better at writing by writing a paper about a topic they have no interest in. Instead, students, and really anyone who wants to, should write what they please as they please. I agree that writing often does improve writing skills and overall improves your knowledge and vocabulary. Hell, I'm a content creator. I'm supposed to believe that, but only if you're motivated to write. Otherwise, you'd just be boring yourself wishing for the release of sweet, blissful death. The English language is abysmal on a multitude of levels, and while we can't fix it since it's been around for centuries, we can better understand why it's difficult to learn. Many of you are English speaking and have been since day one, but many of you probably understand what I've been complaining about more than anyone else because you remember what it was like having to learn English when you grew up learning a different language. Fuck the English language and fuck anyone who thinks it's so easy to learn. Rosetta Stone my ass.